Imagine a world where sounds seem muffled, conversations are a blur, and every word feels like a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit. Understanding speech requires immense effort, as if you're constantly trying to tune into a distant radio station. This is the reality for individuals living with Whispeara, a hidden form of hearing loss that often goes undetected and misunderstood. Unlike traditional hearing impairments, Whispeara doesn't necessarily affect the volume of sound. The sounds are there, but they lack the crispness and clarity. Instead, it distorts the sharpness, making it challenging to decipher speech, especially in noisy environments where background noise overwhelms the senses. This subtle nature of Whispeara often leads to misdiagnosis or delayed intervention, leaving individuals feeling isolated and misunderstood. They may be perceived as inattentive or disinterested. Whispeara can be compared to listening to a radio with poor reception. The music might be audible, but the static and distortion make it impossible to enjoy the clarity of the melody. Similarly, people with Whispeara may hear sounds, but struggle to process the nuances of speech, leading to communication breakdowns and strained relationships. They might catch the words but miss the meaning. This can result in frequent misunderstandings, frustration, and even arguments, as loved ones may not realize the extent of the hearing difficulty. This hidden hearing loss can be particularly frustrating, as individuals may appear to hear normally in quiet settings, only to struggle immensely in bustling environments. The contrast can be jarring and emotionally draining. Awareness and proper diagnosis are crucial. With the right support and technology, those with Whispeara can improve their quality of life and reconnect with the world around them. Recognizing the symptoms of Whispeara can be challenging, both for individuals experiencing it and for healthcare professionals. The initial signs are often subtle and can easily be mistaken for other common issues. The subtle nature of the condition often masks its presence, leading to misinterpretations and missed diagnoses. Many patients report symptoms that seem vague or inconsistent, making it difficult for doctors to pinpoint the exact problem. Unlike traditional hearing loss, which typically manifests as difficulty hearing faint sounds, Whispeara primarily affects the clarity and sharpness of sound. This means that even if the volume is adequate, the quality of the sound is compromised. Individuals with Whispeara may experience difficulty understanding conversations in noisy environments, often finding themselves asking people to repeat themselves. This can be particularly frustrating in social settings where background noise is prevalent. They might struggle to follow rapid speech or distinguish between similar-sounding words. This can make everyday interactions, such as talking on the phone or participating in meetings, particularly challenging. Background noise can be particularly bothersome, creating an overwhelming sensory experience that makes it nearly impossible to focus on specific sounds. This sensory overload can lead to significant stress and anxiety. This can lead to feelings of exhaustion, frustration, and social withdrawal as individuals struggle to keep up with conversations. Over time, the constant effort to understand and engage can take a toll on their mental and emotional well-being, leading to isolation and depression. The impact of Whispeara extends far beyond the realm of hearing, often taking a significant toll on an individual's emotional well-being and social interactions. This condition doesn't just affect the ears, it affects the heart and mind as well. The constant struggle to understand conversations can lead to overwhelming feelings of isolation, frustration, and even depression. Imagine the exhaustion of trying to piece together fragmented words and sentences, day in and day out. Individuals with Whispeara may avoid social situations altogether, fearing embarrassment or misunderstanding. The anxiety of not being able to follow along can be paralyzing, leading to a preference for solitude over social interaction. The invisible nature of Whispeara can also lead to skepticism from others, who may misinterpret the difficulty in understanding as inattentiveness or disinterest. This misunderstanding can create a barrier, making it even harder for those affected to connect with others. This lack of understanding can strain relationships with loved ones, friends, and colleagues, further compounding the emotional burden of the condition. The feeling of being perpetually misunderstood can be incredibly isolating. The constant effort required to process speech can also be mentally exhausting, leaving individuals feeling drained and withdrawn, even after seemingly ordinary interactions. The mental fatigue can be so severe that it affects their overall quality of life, making everyday activities feel like insurmountable challenges.